How lucky am I that I don't actually have to wait that long this time? Hello, everybody. It's been a bit, technically. It actually depends on that answer actually depends on how long it's been since people have seen a reaction here, in terms of what you're here for the or like for what reactions rather. Because I mean, if there's other series that you enjoy, there's a chance that 2 weeks ago, for a specific niche internet horror series, you might have been here. But if you weren't, hello everybody. It's I, Niab, Akaoni, whatever we want to say. Welcome back. It's been a bit, hasn't it? I am excited. I have been just ready to go for this whole thing. I was super antsy to start again because it's like, oh man, ah, I fucking love Arc 6 and I'm so glad I get to be back. And so much has changed for me since then. Like, I finished Arc 9 in terms of reading that. That's on the main channel. I even did the reviews for it. Even made a custom thumbnail for essentially the entirety of all the Arc 9 reviews. Uh, that's about it for ReZero stuff. Technically speaking, there is more on the way, actually. I do have a fun little video that will feature it as well. And then, of course, we're going to get to Arc 10 later. But for this, obviously, we're here for Arc 6. I have been looking forward to this so much. I am very excited to see how much they cover with just the first episode alone. Yeah, I mean, not much else to say. I've just been super hyped. So much so that I've been so focused on waiting for this and, that other series that happened 2 weeks ago, uh, that I forgot about other release dates, and Thousand Year Blood War started again. I'll be blunt, we're probably not going to end up doing that because we're a bit behind, and yeah, I could get caught up, but I also don't know if I want to right now considering I'm just busy with things, all sorts of things. So a little tough to just also squeeze that into these reactions when there's other recordings and all that sort of stuff going on. But regardless of all that, let's get into this, shall we? Again, I've been looking forward to this. We might as well. So, without further ado, I hit this button, I hit this button. Everything should be correct. It all looks good. I am glad. Hold on. You know what? No, I won't worry about that for now. It probably worked. I don't know. I don't remember. I had done something earlier and I actually didn't check if it finished, but I'll worry about that later. All right. Without further ado, let's move this over, put it on that. I think we're properly tabbed into this. And I'm pretty sure my audio is muted for the desktop. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Just making sure I'm tabbed in and also making sure the audio is not, a problem. Hmm. Sorry, I forgot I had to move my cursor there. Oh. Of course, the whole entire time they last interacted. I'm so curious to see how far they go. I really hope it's to a certain scene. I think they probably will because it'd be a good cliffhanger, and I thought it would be the cliffhanger last time, but hmm. He's talking about how he's back. We're back now. I'm really feeling it right now. Hmm. Ah, this is so good. And the music too, and everything. Ah, it feels good to be back. And the overlapping of ah, it's been a bit since we saw this intro. Funny enough, it doesn't feel as long. I mean, I don't think it is. Though I actually forgot to double check that. I think. Um, I don't think it's been obviously as long as that gap between Arc 5, but I think just how much I enjoy Arc 6 as a whole has made me super excited to come back to this, even if it's only been like 2 months, right? It's like, yeah, I'm so glad I get to come back to this. Which, by the way, hilarious that I was talking about that whole like niche internet horror series. Hilarious that last time we did one of these reactions, I'm like, yeah, if that series comes back within the next couple of months, I don't expect it, but it would be cool. Like I'm cool either way if I have to wait longer for it, or if it, I don't know where it shows up in the next 2 months, but I don't think it will. That they're hard at work on it. And then that episode dropped, and I was like genuinely floored. Like even my latest Arc 9 review, I had brought up the fact that, like, oh yeah, out of nowhere, they're already teasing it and saying summer 2026. I don't know when that's coming out. And same day I upload that review, the release date gets shown, and I'm like, okay, okay, all right. That was funny. That was a really funny moment for me in its entirety. Ah, and I can't wait to be back again later for that, for the next episode, the finale to season one. But regardless, I love the difference in tone here because this really does feel like, but it's the same reactions, but the fact that his tone is of someone that like understands the whole scenario going on now, right? And that feels a lot more confident about it. It's like, oh, that's good. Yeah, of course, they include the shot in there. Hmm. I love the blatant lying just to, well, not like lying entirely, right? But like to an extent, he has knowledge of some stuff that had happened, right? Or just something to a degree, right? Especially with what like Meili had said specifically. But it's more so to just be like, well, I know like names and stuff like that, which he normally shouldn't, and he only knows because of all the loops. It's self-explanatory, but I more so mean like I love that it's kind of trying to air out what's going on and trying to figure things out for himself in this moment. I never get a very similar conversation to before, but again, its tone and everything is different. Oof. Rie Murakawa, what a fantastic VA. That sharp sort of tongue that she can give to Ran, it's like, oh, I'm so happy so far. Again, this whole thing feels great. This is how I could have only hoped it would have been covered in the anime, and I'm glad to see it come to fruition like this. Yep, there's the reverse. Ah, so yeah, yet again another great. I mean, that's just the series in general with the OSTs, but like yet another great OST just to add to the whole thing. Maybe it's not gonna actually be a cliffhanger because this covers a decent amount of. I kind of forgot about that moment. Uh, I wonder, does the light novel include the line? I do want to see. I assume it would because it's a funny little line, but it works for how serious she's trying to like take this moment. Mm, and there you go. I'm noticing they do keep a lot of just a random thing, but I'm noticing it with the hair because I recently had to draw, ReZero character hairs, or hairstyles rather. They do keep a lot of Otsuka's sort of hair look and like the small threads of hair that like hang out to the sides and everything, like with Ram there. It's kind of interesting to see. And then asking that because of also, oh, that smile is so good. The Viz OST also sounds crazy. I want to note the people are gonna see scenes like this and think Ram like still does not care about Subaru at all. As if prior scenes in Arc 6 didn't show that. This is like the most obvious. No, it's not a cliffhanger. It is not a cliff. Yeah, it is not a cliffhanger. They're showing it right now. They're showing it right now. Yeah, yeah. They're showing it right now. Oh man. Here it comes. Weave. Come on. Come on. Weave. Or they or no, okay, they're just showing a flash. I was like, that's odd. We've and this is probably a huge surprise to a whole lot of people because oh, that's a really good face for her. That's a really good face. Hmm, there you go. Oh, that difference in look. God, these shots throughout this episode is just, but for being not like a lesser episode, but for something not as like super focused on some huge things like huge reveals or whatever. I guess this is a huge reveal, but you know what I mean. Something that doesn't have like that much oomph, and yet there's some crazy shots in here. I love this part as well, especially with the chapter related to it as well, like in its entirety. It's weird to say, but this is the first time Meili feels real, right? She's built around this whole personality that she's essentially made for herself as a result of being an assassin, but this is her outburst here feels real, right? This is a little kid that doesn't understand what's going on anymore. Hmm. God, even Melee's VA is going crazy here. Oh my god, they even. Oh, never mind. No, not even close to it. I don't actually fully remember this. This is wild. Oh, now we actually get the colored version of this scene where it's not monochrome and all that. Oh, that's awesome. Oh man. I like this music. This almost like thriller sort of sting to it. This is a good OST for what it is. Yeah, I don't remember this at all. Maybe I'm having some real rough memory with this, but I do not remember this sort of scene with the web novel. I think this is a light novel edition. Get back to this we go. I mean, now that it's not monochrome anymore, it's you can just very clearly tell. I mean, it should have been obvious prior, but you know. Oh, and they're even showing the aftermath of it. Oh, this is the illustration. Kinda. Not the biting part. She didn't bite her in the illustration. Because I remember there's that illustration in the light novel. And that's why a lot of that feels fake, but until that outburst. That is like a very interesting thing with her characters that a lot of it is entirely based around Elsa as a character, and that's like everything about her. Hmm. This is good. I'm actually very glad to have more Melee content. This is awesome. Mm, that's a great moment. I like that. Again, but I still like that the music doesn't feel fully comfortable. I'm partially trying to lock in because again, this is like this feels new to me entirely. Hmm. This is a really good addition. I do love that aspect a lot. Like, even if she doesn't like Elsa as well, it's also this thing of like she's actively grown up around her. So even in that sense, it still feels like there's this need to avenge her. Okay, yeah, there she is. I was curious if she was going to be in this scene or not, because normally I think web novel wise, she's already here by now. Ironically, the fourth volume has a lot of absurdly good moments. I actually think this heart to heart that they have with Melee is such a huge moment as well. It's one that I really, really love because you get a lot more depth to her character, right? For a character that normally, if you just remembered Arc 4 with her, she might have just slipped by your mind. You might have completely forgotten about her. And yet, this, right? And this is why last time I brought up the whole thing with Tepe mentioning, like, yeah, I think I wrote her pretty well. It's like, yeah, you fucking wrote her fantastic, man. Oh, even playing this OST here. Oh, but just don't be like her. Yeah. That's the whole thing that they have with it is like it's fine to not want to forget about her. It's fine to still have her there, but just you know don't end up the same way. You can be your own person. You can be a good person, but so what are they going to leave this episode off with? Because I would have thought it would be that, even if generally a lot of that was characters talking with the original chapters, so it probably would have been covered regardless. It's like, huh? Well, someone kind of did, but it was a different definition of why. It was showing her that there are fates worse than death. Hmm. I'm so curious where they're gonna go with the last bit of this episode. Also, people are gonna go crazy over the two of them specifically saying that line. Is that all of it? No, no, that's the ending. Oh, there's actually even more on top of that. I am trying to piece together everything that happens in order in my head. So I am trying to remember what happens next. I will admit it gets a little foggy here, and not in the sense that I don't remember all the details of the arc. It's just a matter of what goes where, right? There is something I think might be next, but we'll see. Oh, they're playing the ending here. Okay. I like it. Yep, so now we get to figure out the whole plan with the whole group. So, yeah, okay. Or maybe not. No, they're just okay. I see what they're doing. Okay, fair enough. I'm like, are we actually going into some of the details about this? Okay, but no, no, no. We're just cliffhanging with that. That was good. That was good. I like how they covered that. It's been a bit since we heard this as well. I do like that it cuts in right when this visual is going by, right? So it skips past like everything prior and like with all the blood spilling down on them, and specifically only starts when this starts. That's pretty cool. Feels fitting in a sense. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to pause it in a second here. Probably, yeah, because I mean that takes long enough. It takes long enough for the book to fall to match it. There we go. Alrighty. That was good. That was good. I'm pretty happy with that whole thing. I think they covered Melee really well there. Wow. That was nice. That was nice. I liked that a whole lot. Extra scenes to that I genuinely don't remember at all. Like seriously. Um, they might have been in there, and I just forgot. But it's like it's weird. It's like that. Did I really forget Melee scenes? I probably didn't, but maybe I did. Right? I don't know, but I think that was likely a new addition, and yeah, very necessary for showing a lot more of her character, and in a certain sense, showing than like telling, right? Because the obvious thing you could point out with that is like, well, technically speaking, it is still telling. I mean, it's Melee, like telling you all about it. But I think the fact that it's from her perspective rather than everybody kind of just talking about it and going from there helps out a lot, right? I think that makes a huge difference on it. Again, maybe I misremember it because what I've remembered from the scene originally, this could be off, was Subaru and Amelia talking to Melee just normally as is, like not Melee jumping off and everything. And that could have happened and I totally forgot. But I feel like I remember just the two of them normally talking to her, and that was about it. Um, Still, regardless, this was really damn nice. Animation throughout this looked real good for an episode that was a lot more on the simple side. Ooh, that was nice. That was very nice. I am excited to be back for this as a whole and everything. I can't wait to be back here week by week to watch these episodes. This is going to be very, very fun. Oh man, not much else to say here. This was just generally really damn good, liked as a whole. Now, some of you can probably understand that might be, more so anime only viewers. Now you can kind of understand more why I view Melee as such a really good character. And you'll get more. You'll get more. You'll get more. Trust me. But it's like, oh, this character is really great. Again, a character that you probably fought nothing much of in Arc 2 and Arc 4 and all that, because I know I certainly did, right? I forgot about her for a bit there, right? I forgot about like what her name was, right? I knew she existed, but I forgot her name, right? Versus Arc 6, all in twos, but Arc 6 where you get more of her, and it's great. It's so damn great, but we'll see more of that with our next episode, most likely. I don't know. We'll have to see what it covers, right? But we'll be here for next week. Actually, it'll be fitting timing for next week. Not even really fitting timing, but it'll be nice timing rather, because I believe, yeah, next week's the 19th. So that episode's going to be nice for me because I'm going to just hang out, do a whole bunch of stuff for my birthday, and then the next day, I get a brand new episode. I'm all for that. So, with that said, I'm gonna head out. That'll be all for this video, I guess. So I will see you all next week. Take care. Have yourselves a great day. stay safe, and I'll see you all then. Farewell, peeps.